Happy Tuesday. Today, markets were very choppy for like 45 minutes to an hour and then very grindy. So was able to find 2 trades to take. We're going to recap those from my morning session here on the stream. My stream is done on my main channel, Trades by Matt, every morning at market open. This was done on my 20, 50K Apex funded accounts. You can use code TBM for 80% off. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive into today's recap. Yo, good morning. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope yesterday was good for you. Welcome as you are coming on in. Okay, we had some good movement. We had, what do we have come out? We had U.S. housing starts number. Came out at 7:30. Housing starts. We ended up having a nice little sell-off. Nice little flush. Magical 80s. Overnight lows. Hammered. Push. Now 80 to 20 rotation. Wait, that's 120 points. That's not an 80 to 20 rotation. That's a 120 point rotation. We're getting movement, huh? Hanging out yesterday's initial balance low. We got some liquidity below 480s. VWAP higher, 560s. 40 points higher for VWAP. Wouldn't be shocked to see VWAP open, but we'll see. Yesterday's value area low sitting at 600. Yesterday's value area high sitting at 700. You know, 580, 600, interesting spot to roll over for sure. Yesterday's close around 630. We get back above 600. Honestly, if we can get through 630, then we're watching point of control from yesterday. Value area high from yesterday. Overnight highs from overnight. 700. So 700, interesting target if we can get above 600. Until then, everything's kind of heavy. So we'll see. Are you going to be careful today with war potentially brewing? I'm going to trade it like I do every day. I got a bracket in if war happens to break out. But if we were to not trade every time something was brewing, we would never trade, to be perfectly honest. There's always something going on. What war? I think he's probably talking about the fact that like Biden gave Ukraine permission to use missiles or something. Oh, they sent the missile? I didn't know that. Putin talking about using nuclear wars. To be honest, I think if a nuclear missile actually gets launched, there's going to be a lot more problems than my one trade that I have on. To be perfectly honest. Slow melt up. We'll see. I think it's too early to call that out, but we'll see. I need to get above 600 in my opinion. And right now we're just kind of hanging out at VWAP. Liquidity lower. Got a little bit both ways actually. I think above 600 it gets interesting. Nice slab. Magical 20s here. Sellers are looking nice. Coming off VWAP a little bit. It's lit. It's lit. Alrighty. Which bear is the most condescending? November 19th, Tuesday. Which bear is the most condescending? A panda. It's hard to execute. Don't you think you could get your strategy into an EA? That's a classic Forex Bro question. Everybody goes through that phase at some point, wanting to automate everything. The amount of time you spend automating everything, you're just going to spend that much more time, if not more, making sure that it's not broken, making sure that it's actually working, changing some conditions because the market conditions change based on volatility, etc. Just, I find it pointless. But everybody goes through it at some point, usually. Normally it goes, you ready? Maybe I'm going to be slightly wrong, but I feel like I'm about to nail most of the people in the chat. No diddy. You start trading, you throw a ton of indicators on your screen as you try and figure out the way to trade. So you go through the phase of tons and tons of indicators, and you slowly remove indicators in order to figure out what's noise and what's not noise. You watch a couple videos on naked charts. Then you start going even more. Then you find yourself in a phase where you're only looking at the charts. And then you realize it's clean, it's nice, but you know, I did find a little bit of value in a couple of things. So you start throwing a couple more things on. Then you find a nice little strategy that you like. Then you're like, okay, well, I have something that works. I like it. I feel like it's pretty defined. Let me go ahead and start automating this because, you know, I could have the bot running in the background. I could make tens of thousands of dollars and I could work a normal job. So then You go through that phase. You spend a while trying to figure out how you can, you know, use one of the built-in software's code, like the NinjaTrader strategy builder or something along those lines, or maybe you even try and learn Python for it. Then you go through that whole phase just to realize that, oh, dang, when I was back testing, it wasn't actually giving me tick data fills. Instead, it was just going off candle repaint fills, which no longer work. Definitely if you're using TradingView, because that is 100% how it works. There is no tick data views. So then you go through that phase, realize it's a waste of time. So then you decide to start actually trading again, and you realize it's a lot better. And then you continue to tweak and add stuff in as conditions change because you feel like you need to because the conditions change. And then you realize, oh, the conditions are just changing. It's really just volatility that's changing. Volatility and volume are the only conditions that are really changing. So let me keep everything that works and then just adjust for volatility. And then you find yourself here. I didn't even touch the sessions trading as well, which we should include, right? You go through all of that also while realizing like, oh, I only trade the US Open. And then you start finding some success in the US Open. You're like, you know what? Why don't I trade the overnight session? Because it's just price action. Price action is the same. So let me trade the overnight session so that I can actually work my normal job during the normal trading hours. And then you find yourself starting to, you know, you slowly start squeezing it into the actual true overnight session. And all of a sudden you find yourself trading Sunday Open, which is like the worst idea you could possibly ever have, in my opinion, is trading Sunday night. Sunday night opens is the worst possible time to trade. And so then you find yourself doing that, getting wrecked, not being able to trade on Monday. And then you slowly migrate back to, oh, I should just trade when the volatility and the volume is the highest. US Open. We're not all that different, chat. I say all of that because none of us are really that unique. All of our journeys are very much the same, which should be very encouraging, by the way. Hopefully it's encouraging. We've all done the same things, right? Which hopefully is encouraging because, you know, at some point, I know there's a lot of full-time people in here. And at some point things start clicking and you start realizing what doesn't work and what does work. And you have to try it all. At the end of the day, you have to try it. You got to try it to figure out if it actually doesn't work for you, right? But yeah, that's the journey of most traders, straight up. I went that route for sure. Everything I described is exactly what I went through. And I just know that from seeing people in here, it's very similar for most people. The Sunday Open phase is one to forget. Yeah, man. Dude, there's nothing... I really strongly believe that there is no worse time to trade throughout the entire week than 5 o'clock open Sunday. The true weekly Sunday Open, I think, is the absolute most dog shit worst time that you could possibly ever trade. There's some experience in your tone. I for sure have tried to trade Sunday night opens. When I'm like bored or whatever, I'm like, I haven't done this in several years, keep in mind. But yeah, 100%. When I was first starting out with futures and I realized it was 24/7 or whatever, 23/7, whatever it is, 23/5, excuse me. And I could trade Sunday night. I was like, well, I'm not working right now, so I might as well go ahead and trade it. Nope. Bad idea. It's typically my approach on all overnight sessions, by the way. I really don't like overnight sessions just because it like tees you up for a bad normal. Usually it tees you up for a bad normal session. Anyways, all that to say, we're still chopping VWAP and we've all experienced very much of the similar things. Unfortunately, even if I've experienced it all and other people in the chat have experienced it all, it never truly lands until you experience it yourself. Yeah, VWAP is literally a flat line. That's tough. All right, chat. That was just for you. Just so the market makers can move us a little bit. Desperate times call for desperate measures, chat. How great would it be if it did it right now? Right after I draw the line. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't become a meme trader, Matt. No. I won't become one. I was born one. I was born in it, molded by it. Bro, that was supposed to be Bane AI. I was born in the meme by Bane. That is terrible. I didn't do this. That's terrible. Hey, we pushed out. Let's go. All it took was a terrible AI. Let's go. Terrible AI sent us, chat, and the lines. All right, this is good. I mean, this could be interesting. Right off 80, prior wick. Like the idea of trying to keep it a little tighter. I just don't know if I trust that, to be honest. I'm gonna take a stab short here. I'm gonna keep it tight. I'm gonna get instant stopped out. I liked the way we were starting to roll over on Delta. We obviously just got a little tick up. And it was a tight trade. I just am liking the downside right now, to be perfectly honest. I know we have liquidity higher, but the way we're stalling right here is just interesting to me. So I wanted to try a stab short. Looks like I probably get stopped out. Maybe. But Delta's just been having a hard time up here. Struggling to find some new people, seemingly. All right, I'll go mid that break even. I'm up 5 points. See if we get the continuation or not. Got the sellers for it. Stopped out break even. It's a counter play at the highs, so I'm gonna move that stop to break even ASAP. Obviously, I'm not gonna keep it super open ended when I'm going counter trend at the highs of the day. It worked for a little bit. I think it was up 5 or 6 points, and I had a 6 point stops, and it was up 5 or 6 points. We ended up bouncing what 20. Wanted a little bit lower. I think we still get there, to be honest, but I wasn't willing to hold it through that. So worth the shot for sure, because it was free. That would have gotten me stopped out. So the break even move there was the correct move. Kind of like the 50 buy. It's kind of a nasty slab though with 30 seconds left. I'm gonna take it. It's a little heavy. I want to see us clean out these blocks though. I got a big one down below too, huh? Move that break even. I was up like 6 points, 5 points. Looking for 60. We'll see if we get it or not. I gotta take that off. I don't want to be a dick for a tick. I left 15 points on the, or $15 on the table there, 1.5. I would have ended up getting filled, but I don't want to be a dick for a tick on a trade like that, where it like literally runs right up to it and then slaps. I'm just like not down for that. I mean, this has been a grind of a day that I have not really found a whole lot of opportunity. I'm just gonna take the 9 points. 185. Not terrible. All things considered, was a good entry. off of 50. Good entry, good exit. Happy with the trade. I'm still looking for other trades. I'd like, you know, another 1 or 2 trades throughout the session for another 10 points each would be ideal. Another 10 or 20 points gathered would be great. But it's 10:15. I'm gonna move around, stretch my legs a little bit, see if we can get a little bit more volatility or something, or figure out if we're just going sideways. So good luck, everybody. Be smart, be patient. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow for the last stream of the week, because I'll be gone Thursday and Friday. I'll see you in Discord. I'll still be trading in Discord, so I'll see you over there for the rest of the day today. Good luck, everybody. Don't get back your bag if you have one, and enjoy it. Peace.